Front squat. In contrast to the back squat, the front squat will allow you to have a more vertical torso and let your knees travel forward more. This will emphasize the quads much more than the back squat. The height of the bar at the rack should be a bit lower than your shoulders. Place the bar on top of your front shoulder muscles so they don't sit on the collarbones. We can use a few different hand positions since most people don't have the proper wrist mobility to do the exercise with the textbook front rack position. The first one involves using straps in order to get into a more comfortable position. Simply place the straps on the bar a bit inside shoulder width. Pulling the straps up, hold them as close to the bar as you need in order to get a comfortable position. The other variation is when you cross your arms across your shoulders, slightly touching the bar from the top so you have more control over it. Take a deep breath in your stomach and unrack the bar. Your elbows shouldn't face down at any point in the movement. Instead, you should actively pull them up. This will ensure proper back activation. Take a few steps back, exhale, and then inhale through the stomach again. The stance width will depend on the person, with some people preferring a wider stance, while others feel more comfortable using a narrower stance. The same goes for the direction in which your feet are pointing too. They can either point directly in front of you or slightly open outward. You should experiment and see which combination suits you best, where you feel the strongest, and where you can achieve the best depth. Holding your breath, begin the exercise. Your hips should start the movement, but the knees should follow shortly after. Squat down to your deepest point while keeping your back perfectly straight. You don't have to go down all the way, but try to at least go below parallel. You can place something like a gym mat underneath your heels in order to get more mobility. If even that doesn't help you reach depth, you can still use the goblet and the Zercher squat. Hold the bottom position for a split second and then go back up. Your chest and hips should rise at the same time, making sure everything is fully synchronized. Exhale when you get back to the starting position at the top. Reset for a few breaths if needed. Take another deep breath and repeat the squat. The abs should be working while you hold your breath. Try to imagine someone is about to hit you in the stomach while performing a squat. This will ensure proper inter-abdominal pressure. Your knees shouldn't cave in at any point during the squat. Yes, your knees can go over your toes. Just make sure you aren't lifting your heels off the ground. Your weight should be spread evenly throughout the feet. Common mistake: letting the elbows drop. As mentioned above, your elbows need to point up through the whole lift. As you can see from the video, letting them drop leads to the back rounding as well. Alternatives: goblet squat. Hold the dumbbell or kettlebell close to your chest and squat down. Everything we mentioned before about the squat technique still applies. This variation will allow you to get deeper into a squat. Alternatives: Zercher squat. Place the bar in your elbow crease, squeezing your hands together to create more stability. Everything we mentioned before about the squat technique still applies. This variation is also used to get you squatting deeper.